Hey, we're going to tie a trout streamer. I call it my Tiger Dad trout tube streamer. Tied on a pro. This is what it's going to look like, hopefully. Very nice little trout streamer. We are here at the Caddis Fly Shop today. So we're going to start. This is a nano tube. It's it's probably a Sync 2 or a Sync 4. I've got a black hook guide on here already, my flexi needle, and I've got a, that's probably a small drop weight. So let's get started. I'm using a 10-aught Vivus, and one of the reasons I'm using a fairly fine thread is that I don't want to have a lot of buildup near the end of my fly when I'm putting a cone on, because I'm going to use quite a small cone. Now this weight is going to help this fly just get down. It's not going to be a deep sinker. It's going to help it break the surface of the water nicely. I am using a speckled chenille for the body. Excuse me, I'm using a speckled chenille for the body. Now, depending on your preferences, you can make this body longer or shorter. I'm going to make this fairly short. You could extend the length of this streamer if you want to. Got a little bit of that on. Now I'm going to add a little bit of copper ice wing. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to put, I've got a brush here, and this is an EP Foxy brush, and I'm going to, blah, blah, blah. Here's the reason I'm going to put a little bit on first, is I want to have a little bit of bulk here to lift up my ice wing, so it makes it a little bit more flowy. It's got a couple turns there. Now, without cutting this off, got a couple turns there. Now I'm going to put in some of my ice wing. And I always mention that ice wing, forgive me, I know it's repetitive. Ice wing's kind of pesky stuff to use, at least I find it so, but I think the messier it is, the better. Now I have that ice wing on top. Let's put a little bit of ice wing underneath also. Why not? Now, ice wing is something you can break off. To trim it, you can cut. You can trim with your scissors. If I'm not careful, I'm going to have a mess here. That's okay. I'm doing a little bit of taper trimming. Yeah, it's going to be nice and flashy. Spread that around a little bit. Now I'm going to take a couple more turns with my Foxy brush. Now, you could certainly use different colors in your brush. Now, it's really interesting when you look around at the streamers people are fishing for trout. Some of them are tied, they are so dense, just super dense. Now, I'll pause here. I don't want to have a big thread build up here when I slide my cone on. So I'm going to be kind of conservative, bending that wire nub back. Make a few turns there, just for the heck of it. Tie a whip finish. And you can now could use a clear nano tube that doesn't sink. Of course you could.
All right, thanks so much.
So you saw my thread get stuck in a knot there. That's That's a little bit on the irritating side. To avoid that sometimes, here's what I'll do. I'll slip my scissors in the loop of thread and then just ease it shut and pull them out. There you go. So I was about to say something. Oh yeah, I like these, the nanotubes that they have a little bit of tungsten. And what I'm doing here is I'm trimming up, I'm tapering my flash a little bit. I really like the sink nanotubes. They just go down, they just get through that water surface just a little bit quicker. Now, somewhere here I have a red ultrasonic disc. It's a little bitty one. See, that goes on there really nicely. I am going to, boy, the hard part is when I forget that I'm on the flexion needle and I try to cut it with my scissors. That's not good for your scissors. So I'm gonna try to trim this pretty short there. Too short? Hope not. I don't think it was. You just need a little touch. Make sure it's open, which it is. Now let me show you. Here's our fly. Let me show you. I'm going to insert. This is a little Gamakatsu glow bug hook. This is how your fly will be rigged. There you go. You have a Tiger Dad Trout tube streamer. And here, I'll try to steady it so it's not too wiggly. There you go. Hope you have fun tying this and get out and give it a swim.